Are we finally going to learn about the incident?
What do we get? What do we get? You get nothing!
Heyo guys, we are finally back on track with Fragrant Flower Wednesdays and chapter 170, and man, as you can tell from the intro, I had some expectations that were immediately shattered. But hey, as one of the official YouTube Rent-A-Girlfriend defenders, patience is a skill that I have mastered at this point, so I'm going to have to wait. So let's reward that patience real quick, hit the like button, hit that hype button because that would really help out this video, and subscribe since we're not on break next week. Alright, let's get this chapter started. We open right at the meeting with the Kikyo principal, Toki, Sukata, and the Chidori boys, and listen, it's not the warmest and I guess most prestigious welcome. It's really boiling outside and these guys didn't even offer a glass of water. Way to keep it classy, Kikyo Academy, but shout out to the icebreaker Shohei because he's already smoothing things over like, nah, it's fine, the AC is roaring and we feel good inside of here. Our boy is trying his hardest to keep this diplomatic and you know, he just brings ease to everyone involved. Even the principal himself, Hisasugo Yamabuki, hopefully I did not butcher that name, the head of Kikyo Academy, shows up and even mentions how refreshing it is to talk to energetic boys since he usually only deals with female students. And then we might have just gotten a full name reveal for Toki unless I've missed it in the past, but it's Ayame Toki. And at least for now we can see that she has no close relations to any other characters. And then everyone else of course introduces themselves, and then when we get to Tsumugi Rintaro, the principal says that he's heard a lot about him from Koroko. And then instantly you can feel something shift here. Rintaro is still carrying a lot of resentment towards Kikyo for suggesting that she should drop out. Even Toki can see that something's bothering him. And as the meeting continues, Principal Yamabuki reveals that Kikyo's stance towards Chidori is entirely because of him. He created the rules, he has been the principal for a very long time, and he was even there during the incident. And before we just start blaming and hating the guy, let's just wait. I know that he did this just to protect the students. And then here we find out that Tsukata sensei already told the boys about what the incident was, and I'm sitting here like, hello, are we gonna finally get this flashback? And guess what? No, we don't. Everyone in the story gets to tea except us. It's absolutely criminal behavior. Why would they tease us like this? And I'll take a step back. Maybe we'll still get the flashback in this meeting, but for now, yeah, it looks like we're eating crumbs. We're not gonna find out, and you know what? I'm just gonna be patient. Let me just sit here. We'll get it when we'll get it. But to get back on track, Yamabuki says that he does not want these students to carry the burden of the sin because of course they were not there. They were not involved. But he still thinks that distance between the schools is the safest choice. But thanks to Tsukata sensei reaching Toki, she was willing to hear Chidori out, and since she's the strictest teacher at Kikyo and the strongest loyalty to the academy, he trusts her judgment completely. So when it's the boys' turn to talk, it's Shohei who speaks up and says that they tried thinking of ways of convincing Kikyo to change their stance, but honestly, they've got nothing. He even laments that he understands Kikyo's resentment because Chidori kinda earned that reputation because they've been such idiots, and you know, idiots will be idiots. Shohei is just so real for that, and then the boys go even further and say that Kikyo shouldn't remove labels because pretending that Chidori's reputation doesn't exist doesn't fix anything. Even if Chidori has calmed down, they still don't feel safe inviting girls over for the festivals yet. That'd just be asking for more trouble down the line. Genuinely a very level-headed moment for the boys, and this is boys talking to adults. And here you can actually see how impressed Toki and the principal are with this kind of response. And here we see a flux of memories come in, and now it's Rintaro's time to speak, and he puts it all on the table here literally by showing his earrings and saying that normally he would be wearing them, but of course for the meeting he wants to be very respectful. And then he points out that today he has black hair, but a year ago he was blonde, and not just a year ago, but even back in middle school where we learned that he actually only ever thought about himself. And then the chapter ends here, and oh my god guys, they keep on teasing us. This cliffhangers are killing me. This chapter was nowhere near as short as last week's because there was a lot of dialogue, but damn, these chapters are just blowing by. And here's some of my thoughts. First of all, Shohei was very energetic, but the boys as a group showed a lot of maturity here. They understand that this issue is bigger than just like, let's just fix it so Koroko can come back to school with no problem. Even if the girls got special treatment, both schools finding out that they're hanging out would just explode into something worse. Obviously, the adults might just want to keep this into a small bubble, right? They might just let the boys and the girls hang out, but no, this is bigger than that. They really need to fix these schools' relationships. And that's really big coming from these boys, especially that they are Chidori students. students, right? And I really think that they impressed Kikyo here. And then we have Rintaro with this new reveal, and I'm very curious to what Sakamikami is cooking up here. We are about to see a different side of him, not that defeated Rintaro who was ready to give up on everything. But here we might be meeting a side of him that was actually simmering with a lot of resentment back then, and honestly, I get it. When you're that young and impressionable and you're just getting all this judgment from people and people having this false impression of you, you just can't help but maybe turn into that person and just be full of hate towards people. And it really starts to make me wonder, was Rintaro actually more of a Holden Caulfield hater type of person than the sad boy that we were, made to believe? Just thinking about that makes me want answers immediately, but thankfully we don't have a break next week. And speaking about waiting for things, the incident, bro, they really keep dangling it in front of our faces, and at this point I don't want to theorize anymore. I'm just gonna save all of my energy until I see those black edge panels and we finally get the full reveal. And here's an awful thought, just watch the mangaka just never tell us and we're just stuck speculating forever. Okay, sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't want to doom post and just maybe jinx it, but I just really want to know now. But okay guys, that's all from me now. What do you guys think about the chapter? Do you have any theories about what Rintaro is about to reveal to us? Do you think he was actually a Holden Caulfield and just a big hater this whole time? And in case you don't know, he's the character from Catcher in the Rye. I know that it's a controversial book, but I really liked it. I thought it was a good read, so I would definitely recommend you guys to check it out. And as always guys, if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit the like and hype buttons. That would help me out so much. And while you're down there, why not subscribe and help me forget about the incident, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, I appreciate ya. Dang, I kinda miss the girls at this point. I miss the drama.